These questions are from 4.5 word problems involving rates. Basketball. Pause the video, understand the question, read the question, underline the keywords, and then start with me together. So Joe and Steve are two people who are practicing free throws. So let's put a column for Joe and let's put a column for Steve. So Joe attempted 18 free throws and was successful on 10 times. So let's see, free throws, and let's see how many times he was successful. Make sure that you are writing this in your notebook. So Joe attempted 18 free throws and he was successful 10 times. Let's go for Steve. Steve attempted 15 free throws. Let's do the same thing for Steve. And he was successful 12 times. So let's see. So he attempted 15 free throws and he was successful 12 times. At this rate, if each attempted 90 free throws, so each one of them is attempting 90 free throws. So for Joe, the 90 free throws goes over here because that is the free throw section. And for Steve, the 90 free throws goes over here because that is his free throw section. So the last one is my M, which is missing. So let's figure out what M is. Since I'm finding this, I'm going to put an arrow. That is what I need to find for Joe, and that is what I need to find for Steve, because that is where my M is. Let's do the usual method. 18 multiplies M to give you 18M, and 10 times 90 is going to give me 900. 9 times 1 is 9, this 0 and this 0. Now divide by 18 to get rid of the 18 here and here. Cancel. You got M equals 900 goes in the shelter. You divide it by 18. 18 cannot go in a 9. 18 can go into a 90 5 times. 18 times 5 is going to give me a 90. So that's exactly 90. 0. Bring the 0 down. 18 cannot go in a 0, so that will be a 0. So this is going to be 50. So let's say. So M stands for successful, so he is going to be 50 times successful. Now let's focus on Steve. It's the same calculations. So 15 multiplies M and 90 multiplies 12. So 12 times 90, 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 1 is 9, 10, bring the 0 down to give you 1080 equal sign in the middle. Now you want to get rid of the 15, so you divide by 15 here and here, cancel, you get M equals, after your division, divided by 15. 15 cannot go in a 1, 15 cannot go in a 10, 15 can go into a 108, 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35, 7 times 1 is 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is going to give me 7, 105. 8 minus 5 is 3, 0 down. 15 goes into a 30 2 times, which is an exact fit. So if I remove all the calculations, so I'm going to get M equals 72. Now look at the arrow, it represents successful. So let's go to the question. If Joe attempted 90 times, he's going to be successful 50 of those. If Steve attempted 90 times, he's going to be successful 72 of those. So the question in this case is asking you, how many free throws will Steve make than Joe? So Steve will be making 72. Steve will be successful 72 and Joe will be successful 50. They want to know how many free throws will Steve get as opposed to Joe. So which in this case is going to be 72 minus 50 to give you 22. So Steve will be 22 times more successful than Joe does. Now travel. Pause the video, understand this, and let's do it together. Jennifer drove 400 miles in 2 days to visit her grandmother. On the first day, she drove 6 hours at an average rate of 50 miles per hour. She continued to drive the same rate on the second day. So you cannot take your 400 divided by 2 and say that she's going to do 200 miles on the first day and 200 miles on the second day, because she is traveling at another speed. So on the first day, so let's take it as day 1, and this is my second day of travel. So let's pick the information from here. On the first day, she drove 6 hours at an average rate of 50 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. So let's say miles hour. So she is traveling at a speed of 50 miles per hour, 1 hour. So in 1 hour, she can travel 50 miles. So now let's pick the information. On the first day, she drove 6 hours. So 6 hours is what she traveled. My last one is my M. So let's use this. 1 times M is M. 6 times 50. 6 times 5 is 30. The 0 just tags along to give you a 300. So my M in this case is 300. So my M is over here. So that represents the miles she has traveled. So on the first day, she finished 300 miles of the 400 miles. The total distance that she has to cover is 400 miles. So on the first day, since she traveled 6 hours, she covered 300 miles of them. She continued to drive the same rate on the second day. So let's go for miles and hour. So once again, she's going at the same rate. So she's once again traveling at the speed of 50 miles per hour, which is what you see on the side of the road that says 50 miles per hour. In 1 hour, you can travel 50 miles. That is what it means. So now she has done 300 miles. So look at the total distance she has to cover. 400 miles is the distance. So she still has 100 miles more to cover. 400 minus 300 to give you your 100. My last one is my M, which is what I need to find. Once again, the same thing. 50 multiplies M to give you 50M. 1 times 100 is 100. Divide by 50. Divide by 50. Cancel. You get M equals 100 divided by 50. It's going to give you 2. Now focus on what is being here. 2 hours. So how many hours did Jennifer drive the second day? So on the second day, she has to drive 2 hours. Because on the first day, she traveled 6 hours, so she was able to finish 300 miles. On the second day, she only had 100 more miles to cover, and she only has to drive for 2 hours. Make sure that you are completing this video question. You have to show all the work and the accurate answer when I see you next time in the class.